Alpha presence is not about being aggressive, domineering, or loud. It is about embodying calm strength, authority, and self-mastery in a way that naturally commands respect and creates safety. Semen retention plays a profound role in cultivating this alpha presence. Because it is built on discipline over one of the most powerful biological drives, a man who chooses to hold on to his life energy is, by definition, practicing control over himself. And that control radiates outward as confidence and authority. When men live in constant indulgence, they often drain themselves of vitality, lose focus, and project neediness or insecurity. But when they channel that same energy into discipline and growth, their very presence changes, posture improves, their eyes become sharper, their voice deepens, and their movements gain purpose. Women are instinctively attuned to these changes. When they encounter a man on semen retention, they don't consciously analyze his habits, but they feel the difference. He radiates stability, strength, and control. This is what creates the alpha presence that makes women feel safe, not manipulation, not bravado, but genuine mastery of one's energy and emotions. From a biological and psychological perspective, semen retention enhances alpha presence through hormonal balance and energetic stability. Retention helps regulate dopamine and raises testosterone, hormones strongly linked to confidence, motivation, and assertiveness. Testosterone, when stable and elevated, naturally affects body language. The man walks taller, maintains eye contact, and speaks with more assurance. This does not manifest as arrogance, but as grounded authority, the kind of presence that communicates, "I am in control of myself, and I can be in control of circumstances." Women feel this energy and, on a primal level, associate it with protection and reliability. In social dynamics, women often feel unsafe around men who appear desperate, needy, or unstable. These qualities signal lack of self, and instinctively, women know such men cannot be trusted with responsibility or leadership. On the other hand, the calm yet powerful aura of a man on retention signals that he is dependable and unshaken by impulses. This calm strength is the essence of alpha presence, and it is what fosters a sense of safety and attraction. Consider the case of Michael, a 42-year-old entrepreneur who had struggled with failed relationships and lack of self-confidence for much of his adult life. He admitted that in his younger years he was impulsive, frequently chasing short-term pleasures and constantly battling low energy and scattered focus. His relationships suffered because women sensed his insecurity. He projected neediness, often seeking validation instead of providing stability. After hitting a low point in his late 30s, Michael decided to change course. He began studying self-mastery practices and committed to semen retention. At first, the journey was difficult. He battled old habits and urges, but over time, he noticed significant changes. His energy levels stabilized, his workouts improved, and he began feeling more confident in professional and personal settings. Most noticeably, women around him began reacting differently. Instead of pulling away, they leaned in. Female colleagues and acquaintances described him as more grounded and easy to trust. In his next relationship, his partner openly expressed how safe she felt around him, citing not only his calm energy, but also his consistency and discipline. Michael had not become louder or more dominant. Rather, he had become centered and reliable. His transformation illustrates how semen retention can shift a man's presence so profoundly that women feel safe and attracted without him ever needing to prove or announce anything. Beyond individual case studies, the reason semen retention amplifies alpha presence is rooted in evolutionary psychology. Women are wired to seek men who can provide safety, stability, and leadership. These qualities were vital in ancient environments for survival. But they remain just as important today in modern relationships. A man who leaks energy constantly, lacks focus, or chases gratification signals instability and weakness, traits that do not inspire trust. By contrast, a man who practices retention projects discipline and purpose, both of which are signals of strength. This doesn't mean women are consciously thinking about semen retention. Rather, they instinctively read the nonverbal cues that create steady eye contact, calm breathing, confident posture, and an aura of vitality. These cues tell a woman that this is a man who can protect, provide, and lead. And when a woman feels safe, her natural attraction deepens because safety is the foundation of trust. This is why semen retention is not only about personal growth, but also about social and relational power. It allows men to embody a form of alpha energy that is not forced, but flows naturally from self-control. Another dimension of why women feel safe around men practicing semen retention lies in the emotional stability it cultivates. Many women report discomfort or even fear when dealing with men who are unpredictable, overly emotional, or quick to anger. These are signs of a man controlled by his urges and lacking in discipline. Retention, however, requires emotional mastery, teaches patience, resilience, and the ability to delay gratification. As this emotional discipline grows, a man becomes less reactive and more thoughtful in his responses. He no longer gets easily swayed by frustration or distracted by temptation. Women sense this emotional steadiness and interpret it as protection. For example, in Michael's story, his partner highlighted not just his confidence but his calmness during stressful situations. When challenges arose, instead of panicking or lashing out, he remained composed and decisive. This quality of emotional regulation is rare and highly attractive because it makes women feel shielded from chaos. Retention transforms emotional energy into grounded presence. And that grounded presence is the true definition of alpha leadership. Ultimately, semen retention and alpha presence are about more than attraction. They are about embodying a way of life that inspires respect and trust. Women feel safe not because a man is physically imposing or financially powerful, but because he radiates discipline, control, and purpose. This type of energy cannot be faked. It is the natural byproduct of mastering one's impulses and channeling energy toward growth. Men who practice retention often find that they don't need to chase validation or prove their worth. People naturally gravitate to them. And women in particular respond with trust and attraction. The safety they create is not only physical, but also emotional and spiritual, providing a foundation for deeper, healthier connections. The case of Michael is just one example among many, but it illustrates the universal principle. When a man learns to master himself through semen retention, he becomes the kind of leader and protector women instinctively seek. Alpha presence is not loud, it is quiet strength, and semen retention is the discipline that allows it to shine. Before we conclude, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your location in the comments. I'd love to know where you're rewatching from. And if you ever have any questions, join our Telegram channel where we interact directly and help each other grow. The link is in the description.